Day 48, 13,447 verses left. When I introduced this one yesterday, you may have been expecting Vin Diesel, but nothing could be further from the truth. This whole book's about sex, and it's attributed to Solomon, and he'd know all about that because he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. Woo! He must have got knackered. Check out 1 Kings 11 on day 25. Interestingly, this is the only book in the whole Bible that doesn't actually mention God once. No, I never said that about the book of Esther on day 36.
It's the only book in the whole Bible that doesn't actually mention God once.
Ah, whatever, this one doesn't either. The whole book begins with this woman asking her lover to kiss her and to bring her into his bedchambers, and after that it's just like a big game of spot the euphemism. He obviously knows how to tell her what she wants to hear because he compares her to a massive horse tied to a huge chariot with earrings in her cheeks. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend you try that one. She then likens him to a sachet of myrrh resting between her breasts, which is super romantic because myrrh can be used to treat indigestion, arthritis and ulcers. And I bet it smells good. In chapter 2, she gets so overwhelmed with love that she has to eat a load of raisins. Always good to have emergency raisins. And he comes bounding over the hills like something out of Bambi just so they can catch a load of foxes. What the heck's this about again? Then he goes missing and she goes to find him and she discovers him again and describes how amazing he looks on his wedding day. But again, which wedding day? 700 wives! She doesn't seem to care because he tells her that her hair is a flock of goats, her temples are pomegranates, and not a single one of her teeth is missing. The heat all gets turned up a bit in chapter 5, but the weird thing about it is that their friends seem to be stood outside the door cheering them on. Ah, it can't be right because he's disappeared again and her friends ask for a description of why he's so amazing. Guys, if you want to see what to aim for, there's a full rundown in chapter 5, but I can't help thinking it's both expensive and impractical. I can't help thinking there's a bit of a downer in chapter 6 when he admits there are 60 queens and 80 concubines, but he softens the blow a little bit by doing the hair and teeth compliments again. She doesn't seem to mind because he then describes her breasts as clusters of fruit and says that he's going to climb up the tree and, well, yowza! Well, it's all a bit intense, but then the whole book ends with the profound statement that love is as strong as death, like a blazing flame that many waters can never quench. Tune in tomorrow for the first instalment of A Major Prophet.